Okay, time to do another review, and he left it open. Okay, I told him to keep it shut. Maybe he just forgot. I leave it shut for a reason. Okay. Shut it. Huh? Locked. Uh-oh. Room's locked. Okay, what's going on? Room's locked. A minute. I got it? Give me 1 second. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out how to do this in the escape room. I've been searching for hours. I figured out what to do. So I looked around the room and checked my pencil thing, like you bought pencils, and found this, an X-Acto knife there. What did you think? What's the X-Acto doing with the pens? That's really weird. So I figured out that, and I used this. Then I noticed, like, what can I use the X-Knife for? The box over here. I have a box on the table that is actually, I noticed, was sealed with like a super glue or something. So I took this, went around the box, opened it up, right? Opened it up, and I found this little thing, saying, I'm like, oh, maybe I can pick the lock. No, not that kind of lock. But then I realized, oh, the vent up there, I can use it to get that. So I did that, opened the vent, used it to turn the thing to open the vent, and this came out, the piece for my light over there, my light. Sorry if you're getting picked up. Light over there, on the end for it to plug into the wall, because it needs it has a USB end, so it can't just plug into the thing. So I plug it into this, and I plug it into there, and boom, bang, bing, that light now works, and that's the only way it can plug in. It will not plug into the computer I have here. That would only, did not work into that, but it did not work for some reason. I think it was set specifically to turn that, but when I plugged it into that wall socket, it lighted up. There's a message on the wall that said I had to play the guitar here, strum it in a very specific amount of chords, and be like, oh, you come a very specific amount of chords. So I play the guitar, play the specific thing I want it to play, opens another little thing, will give me this thumb drive, what I have to plug into the computer, so it'll give me an access code to deactivate the door here, the lock. And I'm like, do I have locks like that? Yes, I do, security wise, to lock the security doors. And then I realized, did all that, went to the door, tried to open it, and I figured out that I'm an idiot. That's right, I'm an idiot. This door opens, as you can see, it opens inward, not outward. I'm trying to push it make the door go that way, and it comes this way. I'm an idiot. I'm spending hours to figure out this puzzle. What just happened to all be a thing, I don't know how that happens, but the door pulls in, not out. Now that we get that figured out, I can go do a review now. Hey guys, and welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing Escape Room Tournament of Champions. I'm getting it mixed up. Tournament Champions. Escape Room Tournament of Champions. I was getting it mixed up. But let's go into it. This one's going to be a quicker one. At the time of filming, it's kind of late, so we're going to get this done quick. And then I'm probably going to go to bed. And film this and then go to bed. I know I'm breaking the whole point maybe a little bit, but it's my show. I can do whatever I want. But it's late, and I'm tired. You can tell you I'm tired. So this one might be a little quick, not as long, and feel like it's not a bad thing. I actually don't mind that. But general thoughts on the movie first. I like these movies. I like the first one. I like this one. They get trapped and find out they're all champions too. They all won the escape room as well. So then they all try to have to escape the escape room. And they call it Tournament of Champions because everybody had escaped before. and they have to figure out what they have to escape and da-da-da. So that's the plan, and they'll have to figure out the escape, and it has a bunch of, escape crafts, and some die, some don't. Who knows who dies, who doesn't? I'm not gonna say who dies or who doesn't. Obviously, if you saw the first one, you know someone's gonna die. I'm not gonna say which ones. I'm not gonna say if any live, I'm not gonna say if any die. And that's about it. They go for all these escape crafts, and then you find out at the end, what I'm going to say, spoiler warning, because they're going to be quick. I'm just going to say this part, and then because I do want to talk about this, so I want to talk about the ending. The ending, we find out, so there's a spoiler warning, the one character from the first movie came back, because if they're not dead, because if you didn't see him die, they didn't die. Like, that's something I'm like, ooh, that gives you a reason to bring back certain characters later. If you didn't see a character die, doesn't mean they died. They could be save them for later. So I'm like, ooh, that means any character who didn't, like, oh, he got in, whatever, he did this, like, unless you actually saw him die, like, you stabbed, shot, whatever, they didn't die. Unless you saw it. But yeah, so the girl from the first movie who was in the Daredevil show, I can't remember the actress name, actress name, is a female. But she's there and she plays like she's doing it. She's like the architect of all these rooms, and you figure out everything, and it's like, oh shit. And then obviously they take them, they beat it, the three of them make it out, everybody else, the three of them make it out, and then they have to go and tell the cops everything about, oh, what happened stuff, and they find out, and then they figure it out, like, okay. But she, the main girl, has a thing, it's like, I feel this feels not right, and then eventually she's like, I want to go on that plane, I want to conquer my fear. And then once again on the plane, she sees somebody on the plane, and it's the therapist she was talking to at the beginning of the movie. It's like, uh-oh, and it's like, the plane starts acting like the company, whatever the company is, who does, I forget what the name is, who does the escape rooms and does all the stuff, and who they're trying to stop, is there, and that's when I'm like, oh, you could just have them, like, do it and stop them, but I guess you couldn't do more movies with that, but I'm like, yeah, I think these two characters, you can't, I hope they do more, and I hope eventually they stop them, but with this in mind, I think they are so powerful, this company, it's not really a thing, I don't know if they can stop, because they went to the cops and everything, they were just saying, it's Minos, that's the name of the thing, the company keeps doing this, they went to the cops and everything, and if it's still happening, obviously they're really powerful and probably can do this, but they could be still doing it, but they kind of was like, oh, so what you wanted was to stop Minos and these guys, and that's what we kind of did. But we also did at the same time. It's like, oh my god, you guys are really, like, playing a 4D chess, and I'm playing check. Like, they're playing checkers, you're playing 4D chess. It's like, how do you stop these are fucking crazy people, like, fuck. It's cool, though. The things I like about the movie are, like, we're into non-spoilers now, non-spoilers. What I like things about the movie, I like a lot of the actual escape room elements, kind of figure out the puzzles and the puzzles themselves. I like a lot of that stuff. And I do think the game's not bad, and I do like the movie overall. I think it's not a bad movie. But I don't think it's like, if we're talking about other better movies, yes. Other worse movies, yes. I think it's just one of those okay movies. Nothing good. Like, it wasn't bad, wasn't amazing, or like, holy shit. Maybe there was a couple parts that were like, okay, but like, for the most part, I do think the first one was a little better. I think it was better. But let's get into it. What do I rate this one? I'm giving it, like, it's a 6 or 7. I'm gonna go a 7, mostly because there's a lot of stuff in it I think is, like, a lot of the escape rooms are cool, and to think of that kind of stuff is interesting. And yeah, I like that part of it, and it's one of the reasons why I guess most of that stuff gets why it gets up. But it's a 7. Not bad, but nothing I want to be like, holy shit. Also, there's one of the movies I think I just like, the escape room movies, I don't know why. It's the second one, and I like them. I don't know why. It might be one of those movies that I'm like, I don't know why I like it. Kind of like Space Jam. I like Space Jam. I'm not saying they're the greatest movies ever, but I enjoy the hell out of them. The movies I enjoy, I think personally they would be, like, movies that are higher on my personal list. Do I think they're actually good movies? Probably not. They're probably not good movies at the end of the day. But I enjoy the hell out of them, and they're movies I like, but yeah. It's kind of like, I think that's what is that. Just not to that extent, because I think Space Jam is definitely lower, maybe on that, in certain aspects, but yeah, so what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen the Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Let me know. Yeah, you can always stay epic. See you in the next video, guys. Bye. I did all this. I cried. I can leave now. I know. I just gotta close the door. In. I know. In. See you guys next time. What the fuck?